Hi, good morning. I'm sorry, Mr. Is everyone able to see my screen and able to hear?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. In the previous class, we have seen something like what is JavaScript and why and where we should be using it, and how we'll be writing our JavaScript functions and events in a particular document. You can replace any number of scripts. I can say like I have said something like how we can write it within all the things. Let's go with one by one thing so that like you guys can easily understand how we can write think something like how we can display our like output and all like in the particular document and as well as something like in the particular conditions based. It's not like how we can see it, just like we'll be starting with the normal JavaScript output in the how many different ways something like we can write the things. Then class 2 and it's an JavaScript output. The JavaScript output in the sense something like whatever we'll be writing our content, it will be something like whatever we'll be writing our content, whatever we'll be writing our content in the different ways, how can we display the possibilities in our web browser or web browser inspect console or anywhere. I will tell the ways now. Display possibilities. First one. And then like writing into our HTML element by using another HTML. HTML element using another HTML and HTML output using document.write and next one more is something like writing our output or writing into an alert into that alert or normal alert we can understand but it will take from window. Next also using console.log in the console.log only we have several methods something like console.log, console.error, console.one, console.info. Depends on the need like we can write our information however we want to write our content. Okay, with these outputs, I can show one by one examples how we'll be writing our content in the web page. How we'll be writing our content on the web page. I can say something like we can create a JS underscore output underscore down.html. It means the particular output, how we can display, how we can display with the help of this one, like with the help of HTML file, like if you click on the tab thing, it will automatically create a total HTML simple content body. With this something like I can say we can create a script thing. Before writing that, I need to write our HTML2 and say my first web page. Next, I'm going to use the paragraph. Demo or something like anything like whichever you like it, you can put your ID name. And right now, you guys already know how we can write our JavaScript into our like particular web page or just like HTML page with our script tag, something like document target ID, document target ID, the demo dot inner HTML. I will explain like what we're trying to do it on something, some addition or something. Now I'm going to open this file, like open with the live server. It's printed as 30. As we are doing to 10 plus 20, it's become as 30. Document in the sense something like the total document whichever we will displaying on the browser, it will be taking as a HTML document. It will be taking as HTML document. See how we will do the breakpoints. I mean, like left side there will be just like lines. You can put the breakpoint wherever. If you refresh once, like it will be stopping as a control over there. You hovering on this document, it's showing an total web browser content is itself as a document. Total web browser itself as one document. If you see the base URL or base URI, it is taking an it is taking in the total web browser content. It should be just our output should take like just our output how it should be taking like just like how we should be printing it and how it should be working. This and all it will take with the simple document. And in the document, there are several methods are available. Not only get element by class ID, get element by class name, get element by tag name. That way, something like we have the different things. But right now, I'm telling about only get element by ID as a demo, like whichever the ID is getting finally with the help of demo. And for the particular HTML element, I'm putting as a inner HTML. There will be inner HTML as well as inner text. Inner HTML means like we can have the collection of HTML tags itself, and with some text also like you can put it. With that, like I'm updating the content. Now in the top, like there is nothing value showing, but after assigning this one, it's been stored with the 30. It's been stored with the 30. This is the one way. This is the one way how we can show some output with the help of inner HTML. That is the one way how we can change our element value in our HTML. And next is something like by using a document right. Right now I'm going to write a document right. You can write anything like Chandu Reddy, just like in some text or in some number. I'm writing myself as Chandu Reddy, just like to display. You see now, the total document itself, I have written some of the code, so it should be getting executed. It should be getting executed. And I'm writing in one more document, right? You see now, two times. If you write again, like it will be coming on the next. Any number of times, we can write our content in our document. In our document. That is the way of with the help of document dot write, we can write it. For example, the same way, if I take as some button, if I take as a function, with the button like I'm going to get right and click here. Same thing, like whatever I'm writing here, I'm going to put more there. A single person because it will be taking the same priority. And if you see, if I click on here, it will be replacing the total content. It means you need to, the document that right we should be using for only testing purpose. But if you did after the total loading of the content, it will be totally replacing it. It means like we see now our browser content is getting loaded, but if you click on this button, it's totally replacing with some of the content. It means once our browser is getting loaded successfully, if you do something like document write, it will be getting totally replaced by the whichever the content you are passing latest with the document dot write. Is it clear or any doubt up to now?
Can you explain one more time?
Okay, sure. Okay, we have seen the two ways. One is based on the documented get element by ID. It means whichever the ID value is getting finded from our HTML element. Based on that, it will be replacing with the inner HTML. It means like in this, like if you're writing the nested tags, the null content it will be getting replaced. Whereas documented write, while loading our content, if you're writing this one, so it will be getting appended. If you refresh this one, it will be getting appended. But after some time or something, like some clicking on some button or something, the click is or something like on click is an event. Whenever you're doing on the mouse click, that event will get triggered and we are replacing the documented right. It means like this will replace all the content which are available on the web page. I am clicking on this button now, it's replacing it. We should not use on the real time, just for, it is for our testing purpose, I can say it, which is the purpose of testing. And right now I'm going to tell about window.alert. Hi there. If you see now on the browser, our window that alert is came, but until clicking on OK or something, it doesn't load total page. It will be stopping our execution. I have it on the OK. If you until clicking on the OK, that content is not getting loaded. That is with the help of window that alert and alert. We can use the with the simple alert also. Window dot alert also we can call it an alert also. Because something like in the JavaScript totally it will be taken from the window only internally. So that's why directly also we can call it. And next thing, with the help of console.log. Normally, console.log, why we will be using it? It will be more specific based on the browser to display the data for the purpose of debugging. It means something like what the value is getting occurred and the execution time. You can put in the console.log and you can inspect it. Inspect how you can do it either in the two ways. Right click and I click on inspect or else control shift I or in some systems FN F2. Okay, sorry, if I have pressed the FN F12, so network get disconnected. In some systems, like it will be working in the F12 also. It depends on the system. So system, the three ways like you can open our inspect. Something like I have opened the inspect right now. If you see here, the whatever the value we are printing it, it is displaying over here. It is displaying over here. That is with the help of console.log or something. Next, this is up to the how many ways you can print the output. Right now, I'm going to tell about JavaScript as a print. It is a normal simple JavaScript. It doesn't have print methods, and you cannot access our output devices from JavaScript. Output device you cannot accept it from JavaScript, but only one exception case is available. And I'll print something like we can call it this method in the browser to print the content of the current window. Let's see, like what content it will get it printed over here. I'm going to write in one button for that. Long click like I'm going to write another printer. I'm clicking on the print button. If you see here, it came with this one. Like for example, I'm saving the test one. If you see test PDF, it's got downloaded. The what are the content we are available in the browser, it's auto printed. It is auto printed with the help of window.printing. With the help of window.printing. It means how we can do it. This is not like I can say how we can easily do the operations. like that. These are the ways how we can easily write our things. And next, I'm going to go to the JavaScript statements. Statements may say something like either it is just like normal computer program for list of instructions to be executed by a program. It is something like it will be just like instructions called as statements. I can say it. It will just like keep on executing particular list of statements or list of executions. I can say it. And one thing before that, like I need to show you guys. Okay, something I messed it up. No problem. Okay, like first write it something like what are the statements? It is just like a computer program is a list of instructions to be executed by a computer and in the particular programming language in a particular programming language. The programming language. These program instructions called statements. You can consider as a statements. That will be getting executed based on the browsers. It means something like JavaScript statements. JavaScript statements are composed of it consists of values, operators, expressions, keywords, and comments. Like that, I can say it. And whatever we have written something like that, you will get an ID before any other HTML. It means something like the statement is tells the browser to write our document content with our whatever we are passing the value something like 10 plus 20. That's not just like one type of statement and like how we'll be writing it. And next, in any just like any programming language, there will be multiple statements are available. Like wherever you are creating it, like it will be getting executed in the same order, in the same order, and as well as now. I am going to tell about some semicolons. and as well as normal simple JavaScript it will be using for separated by the semicolon. It will be separated by the semicolons. So my idea I'm going to take it. Demo 1 or demo 2 or something. I'm going to take as a script tag with the multiple variables I'm going to create it. A, B, C. The semicolon, like we need to split the statement. I'm assigning the value as a 5, B as a 20, C as a plus B. These are not like one of statements like assigning the value and getting the value and updating the value based on some related things. Like that. Like it's been getting, I mean, like assign the value with the help of statements. Like whatever we have been containing it, like it's been easily we can do the operations. And as well as now I have declared the multiple things, something like multiple assignments, multiple lines, everything like we had to do this separately. But we can create on the same line with the semicolon also, it will be taking same thing like this. Like this also we can do it. This is also possible. If you see the output, there is no difference. Like it will auto refresh in that like live server, so it's getting changed automatically. But I can say something like in the web browsers without the semicolons also like it will work. But the thing is something like that will be like highly recommended. It can work without semicolons, but highly recommended to use. That is with the help of semicolons. And let's go for the white spaces. With the help of JavaScript white space, it will be ignores the multiple white spaces. If you create any number of like white spaces or just like any type of things, that will not like if you're having a multiple things, like we can deal with those things and all like we can easily execute our operations. We can easily execute our things something like it will be just like ignoring the things. On any number of white spaces, it can be ignored. Any number of white spaces, it can be ignored. Multiple white spaces, it will easily ignore the white spaces, but you can add white space to a script to make it more readability purpose. You can make white spaces to your script to make for readability purpose. For the mainly readability purpose, like we need to add it. For example, just like I am doing the example here, let's see something. Let person equal to Chandu. For example, downside, same, let person no space directly. Chandu. Both the things is possible, but the thing is like with the one white space, like it will be a good practice. And I can say something like you guys should make some note of it. Something like you guys should put in the note for that. A good practice is to put spaces around apparatus equal to plus minus star diesel. It means if any mathematical operation is getting happen, it means something like if any mathematical operation is getting happen, if any mathematical operation is getting happen, that time it's better to have our space. It'll be just like wherever you are creating the things with the help of like whichever the dependency you need it, what you're writing it for some calculation or something, that better to put one space so that we can easily wrap it off something like why we have written it and more user I mean like readability, more user friendly, not like everything like it's an suitable thing like whichever you're writing it, it will be more friendly and all I can say it. That will be just thing like more things something I can say it. And next, we're done with the white spaces. For example, let's take if you're doing some calculation, something like equal to y plus z, or just like something. If you see right now, for the particular calculation, that will be just like look and feel will be good. And next is something like our JavaScript with line and length and line breaks. Suppose for best readability, we can avoid code lines longer than 80 characters. Note that should not write more than 80 characters on the same line. Maximum, it's an 80 characters for the line. And for example, I'm going to write something like in the which are the output of the statements that we have done. If we see something like same thing document get in value, same value I'm updated with the demo queue, and I'm going to write an equal to and downside. I'm going to write our content. Something like just I have written in that this way. Like we can easily write our thing something like should be in the new line. This will be more readability and redundancy and we can easily write it. And normally JavaScript code blacks, how will we write the particular black related things? The code blacks like we'll be writing with the help of something like the statements can be grouped together in code blacks. Inside curly braces, something like this. Like in that curly braces, any number of lines of code, like we can write it. The purpose is code braces is to define statements executes together. So whichever the one purpose will be there, that time like we can create a particular JSON basis, and that like we can easily create a particular things. Suppose if you find something like group of the statements or group of the executions, that time we can easily do with that. Like I can say the group of statements. We can easily do with the group of statements. In that case, like we can go easily on the same case. Okay, we can easily do that for something like different statements and executes together. Like we can do it. And whereas, for example, let's see the one example for that. The same statement, something like I'm going to write a particular function, my print function. The function is just like keyword, and the function name parenthesis will be the small parenthesis. This is the one function black, a function statement. We can consider it. Function black, a function statements. We can easily consider it. I'm going to write and create the ID as a demo 3, demo 4. Here, hello team, and one more document, right? Get on my ID and bring it. Demo 4. How are you? If you see, in this particular function, I'm going to take two lines and like two things. And just like I'm going to click on something like some button, I'm going to put it. And for this, I'm going to write an I'm click thing. Where is one function? I mean, like one event. We can easily call my friend function. Click me. Just like if you see, if I click here, it's getting as alert team or all. It means at a time the both the statements got executed. At a time the both the statements got executed. That is the way of just like grouping of the things, something like multiple like executing, multiple like group of like executing at the same time, which is executed on the same thing, like which is executed on the single line. The what are the code might be, what are the code it might be, which is the executed group way. Okay, that's there as a that thing. And next, let's go for the other concepts. Any doubts up to now? Up to like JavaScript code class? Now I'm going to tell about JavaScript, the keywords. Some of the JavaScript keywords I'm going to tell about now. Where? declares a variable, and return const block variable. But in the I mean, like where is something like ES5 feature, but where in the return const that will be just like ES6 features. ECMAScript 6. Even const also same thing. It's a new features, I can say it, like in the ECMAScript version, JavaScript versions. That like I'm going to write and here something like declares here. Block constant on if statement. Mark a block of statements to be executed on a condition. To be executed on a condition. So let's switch it in. It will be just the same, but based on different cases. And whereas for loop, which will be going for this is also based on condition. Next function declares a function and whereas return to exist a function. If you want to skip the execution of a particular function, we can use it that one and try. We will be using for implements and error handling to a block of statements. Still familiar there? Something like we have looping purpose while not where while do while. We need to make a note now. This is JavaScript keywords. JavaScript keywords are reserved words. Reserved words cannot be keywords. Cannot be used as variables. It means while creating the variables, you cannot create the variables, you cannot create with the keywords. You cannot create the variables. You cannot create the variables. Next, JavaScript syntax. In any programming language, variables are used to store data values. JavaScript uses the keywords where, let, and const to declare variables. We will be using these three things to declare the variables where, let, and const. Whereas an equal sign is used to values to a variables. For example, let x equal to 40. This is just like equal is for the assigning variable and let is for the declaring variable. And suppose if I run in the JavaScript operators, something like JavaScript uses arithmetic operations, something like plus, minus, multiplication, division. That will not like it will be coming on our JavaScript. And if to compute anything, like we can use those things. And equal is for assigning the values. And that's the way like any calculation, something like multiplication or equal to or the string calculation. This is not like everything like it will be coming on the additional operators. We can easily use it and we can do the operations. But we can see tomorrow and we can elaborate more basis on for 2 3 days and later like we can go with the multiple examples, something like 20 plus examples of JavaScript so that we can go to the task later. If any doubts, you guys can ask it, or else sometime tomorrow we can continue. Hope there is no doubt. So I'm going to wind up class now. Thank you so much, Alan, for joining. Have a great day.